Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to survive No More Room in Hell 2 together? Hey guys, welcome back. We are jumping into a summer edition of the roadmap update. If you're unfamiliar with the channel, we cover all things No More Room in Hell 2. I believe we're the only channel bringing you these roadmap updates and patch notes. We're also bringing you at least 4 no-HUD games a week. And I'm thinking about trying some no commentary gameplay just in case you guys kind of want me to shut my mouth and just let you watch the game. If any of that interests you, maybe give me a subscribe so you can check out future videos. Let's jump into the roadmap updates. So this format was a little different this time around. Usually we do a what's happening this month followed by what things are in the months to come. But this one seems a little bit more focused in on that months to come part. So it's kind of covering the entire summer. So over the summer, we have a new map, a tutorial gym, early individual extraction, casual difficulty, and much, much more. And if that's all you wanted to hear, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. If you want a little bit more detail, let's dive into it. So, Turn Banner likes to start these news updates with a little bit of where we're coming from. So, Reanimation Plus has been out for just over a week. Sounds like we had over 300,000 players hop on for that free weekend. And with that large influx of new players, they got a lot of new feedback. So the team was already deep in development on a large number of feature updates going toward the 1.0 launch. But with the amount of feedback that flew in, they altered the plans to kind of hit some of the biggest concerns. And it was this on-the-fly switch to reprioritize these new upcoming features that kind of led them to not having a monthly update this month and more of a what's coming in the next quarter. But they brought us this new summertime cross multiple update visual. Again, we're looking at map number 4, that tutorial gym, early individual extraction, difficulty preference, I think that's a big one, casual difficulty with respawn, match reconnect, new weapons, also attachments, balancing updates, and of course stability and bug fixes. So the info here is kind of formatted differently again. We're seeing less of what's to come next month, but more of a community-led features. What did Torn Banner hear from the community, especially during that free weekend, and how do they want to try to fix it? So community concern number 1, losing my permadeath character because of server disconnections or game crashes is extremely frustrating. What do they plan on doing about it? In summer 2025, they're going to have a match reconnect. There's no way around this one. It's downright infuriating to lose a permadeath character to no fault of your own. We're always striving to lower the number of game crashes and server disconnects, but they will happen. This one has been on our planning boards for a while, and we think we have a solution. So having followed like the Discord and the Steam community, Reddit a tiny bit, like you definitely hear this issue come up a lot. I somewhat imagine that whatever fix they have in mind, you're still going to need to get back into the game. I don't know if that will give you kind of like a checkpoint style spawn, or if just somehow you'll show back up where you were and hopefully not be eaten by a horde of zombies. But I somewhat imagine if you had a 2-hour power outage and that game ended, that your character is probably still gone. But this does a lot to fix, you know, those temporary crashes where you just reopen the game and you're back 30 seconds later, hopefully. And hopefully we can see a lot more characters kept alive. So community concern 2. I'm 2 minutes into a match. My entire team is already dead. The fight ahead feels hopeless. Their proposed solution is early individual extraction, which I think a lot of people have been looking for since the game first came out. So no more room in my acronym for all these letters 2 relies heavily on teamwork. We've all been in a match that's next to impossible because early on you realize all of your allies have fallen to the horde, or press K to swap character skills. So they're suggesting that you'll sacrifice almost all of your rewards for this early individual extraction, but you will keep your permadeath character. I think that makes sense. Stuck in one of these dire situations where you're actually in a zombie apocalypse and alone, you're not worrying about bringing home all the goodies. You kind of just want to stay alive, and I think that's the experience they're trying to match here. Community concern number 3, the game's not feeling challenging, but rather frustratingly difficult. Their proposed solution is difficulty preferences and a new casual difficulty with respawn. So No More Room in Hell 2 is meant to be a difficult game. The intent is not that you are the hero conquering an entire horde on your own and just standing over a pile of bodies, but rather you're just some guy that's trying to survive against all of these zombies, basically trying to rip your face off all the time. And it's a survival game, not a horde defense game. Although that might not be true too, as they bring in a survival game mode in the future. We'll find out. But what ends up happening is, what is difficult? We have some like very hardcore players that are just ready for the absolute worst case scenario. They have a battle plan. They've been doing this for hundreds of hours. What is a challenge to them and their 6-man pre-made team is very different than a casual player kind of coming in, just wanting to be able to kind of understand the game, have some fun. Yeah, it's still meant to be difficult for that casual player, but what is difficult is different to different players. And what they're trying to do is address that. Difficulty preference and a meaningful difference between those difficulty tiers will definitely kind of let the casual players have their own experience. This helps the more experienced players kind of like be able to choose that hard or even nightmare difficulty and get a little extra challenge whenever they want, while letting people select their difficulty preference. They're going to add in a new tier, casual difficulty with respawn. Apparently, this matches the original game's casual difficulty, giving players avenues to respawn near their teammates at checkpoints on the map. I would somewhat hope that they put in a matchmaking preference for certain players that, you know, maybe most people could default to any difficulty. A lot of people are used to that, and maybe that would be okay to kind of keep the matchmaking speed quick. I don't know. So the last community concern was, how am I supposed to learn how to play? The solution being a tutorial gym. So along with difficulty preference, we want to give our new players a stronger onboarding process. Our new tutorial gym will give new players a safer place to engage with the game, and veterans an area to hone their combat skills. As a lot of new players came in for that free weekend, the difficulty was also kind of revamped and made much more challenging. With the nearly oppressive difficulty, a lot of players didn't really know how to play, how to survive, that they really needed to run away from combat, for instance. So last up, we have map 4, question mark, question mark, question mark. They're excited to announce that it's coming during the summer. Stay tuned for more details earlier than you might expect. My expectation is June, maybe July at the latest. I somewhat think it's going to be that hospital-based map that was originally on the roadmap before they kind of shift gears to Pottsville and Lewiston. But I only think that because that's the only other piece of information I've ever heard about the future of maps. It could entirely not be at the hospital. Kind of close with, this is just the first glimpse at what's to come. Just stay tuned for more updates as we get more information. If you found yourself enjoying any of this content, maybe you want to see a little bit of gameplay, definitely think about giving me a like, perhaps a subscribe. Any of those things would be greatly appreciated. As always, maybe drop a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you want to see. As always, thank you so much for watching. Interested in seeing more? Here's another video on your screen. If you liked anything you saw, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, or sharing your thoughts in the comments. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.